Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your Astroflower for this coming week. Looking pretty good already. If you don't know anything about the Astroflower, please go into the description below. You'll find lots of links. It'll explain all about the petals. It'll explain also about the elements that we use in the Astroflower, and if not, you can always get your book. I'll speak to you about the week from the 24th, is it? Through to the 1st? Something like that. 25th to the 1st or something like that. Okay, so this is your spiritual path, and this is your physical path or your material path, sort of jobs, finances, business, and that sort of thing. This is your inner being, and this is how you sort of accumulate it all together. These are how your guides influence your karmic path, and these are how your guides influence the conversation that's going on within you, and this is the influence from the universe. So let's take the physical side to start with, the material side. On your karmic path, there's this fair exchange. So this is a very common message for a lot of people at the moment. Basically, it's talking about, what you give, you should get back, if you know what I mean. And that's what it should be like within the universe. Within the human matrix, it doesn't quite work like that. I think everybody knows about that. The playing field seems to be a little bit tilted sometimes. What you should be looking for within your business, your job, everything like that, is a fair exchange. And the universe here is also sort of, it's got the Five of Swords, which is obviously not a great card. It's a bit like a headache card. And it could be a bit of a conundrum that you've got to deal with this week. And your karmic path is to find that fair exchange in that conundrum. Sometimes that can mean as well walking away from a sort of situation. It is a card of transition between one phase and another. So as you're going through that phase, you might have to deal with awkward situations that are around you. Could well be sort of work colleagues, could be the bank, it could be within your business, it could be within your projects and stuff like that. Okay, so it seems like make sure you concentrate on that sort of fair exchange that goes on. Two of Cups, lovely. So the universe, you guys here on the physical, they're asking you to fall in love with what you're doing, because apparently the universe is sort of saying, in order to do that, you've got to. Makes this card a little bit clearer here. Makes it the idea that, what you're doing, the universe is sort of saying you've really got to sort your stuff out so you don't get clobbered. It's nice to help people, sure, but if it means complete and utter detriment to your life, say like if your boss is asking you to put in a few hours extra, you put in a few hours extra, that's fine, great, let's do it. But if he starts asking if they start asking every week, and they get to a stage where they're asking you to do sort of like, it starts at 60 hours a week and you start affecting basically your family environment, then it's affecting your life. That's not a fair exchange. Even if you're getting paid loads of money, time is the most expensive thing we have. So make sure you enjoy your time. So make sure that there's a good fair exchange between this. And apparently you should have learned this, because you've had the King of Pentacles in this position here last week and the Queen of Pentacles. And that's the marrying of those sort of two sides within the financial world. And it's through understanding, which the Hierophant is all about, understanding of creating through your learning a straight path from you to your happiness. That's what it's all about. So make sure you do keep that in mind when you're in that fair exchange sort of situation going on. So as I say, this could be within your job, business, projects and stuff like that. There's a lesson to be learned this week. Let's have a look what's happening on the spiritual path or the emotional path. And this could be relationships as well. This could be couples. This could be family. And this could be friends. This could be community, that sort of thing. Loads of things going on. So the universe is asking you to put it out a bit, basically, to mix it up, to get involved. The Three of Wands, it can be signifying going on a journey and stuff like that. But it could also be like the arrival of, it's normal of the harbour master, apparently. And he's normally welcoming him in travellers as well. This is this whole sort of thing. And then you've got the victory card. So you've got to understand that, this week here, you're going to be learning about the idea of feeling your place within your community, within your couple, within your family and friends and stuff like that. And it's a bit of a journey, so you might have to put out, but I think there's going to be a lot coming back for you. You can learn a lot about you and about your love that you can have for your brothers and your sisters and your family and your friends and stuff like that. And there's a whole celebration going on. This could be for some of you that's like you've got to take that extra step, and you may take that extra step and propose to someone and be married and something like that. But whatever it is, it's certainly going from one. It's that portal that we go through from one world to another. So the 5 ends up the transitional sort of thing, and this is where you get these square 4 wands that we can actually go through. It turns it into a concrete portal, so it's very tangible, but very sort of passionate. So it will probably be mixed up with your relationships on an emotional sort of sense in the physical world as well. So if you put it out there, you're going to start, meeting more people and stuff like that. You're going to feel life is a lot better. It feels like you're really winning life. But it also could mean starting a new project with someone. That's what it could be all about. Now this is funny because you had the 10 of Swords here in this position here where you had the 5 of Wands, and the 5 of Wands was you didn't have the 5 of Wands last week, but in this position here you had the Ace of Wands. So it's a definite transition that's gone through here, and this is what this fair exchange was all about. I think this is more of a warning than anything else, right? I think this is not a bad card at all. I think this is a really good card. Sort of, it's almost like that background sort of thing, sort of like saying, if I don't spend more time with my family, my friends, my community and stuff like that, I might lose them. So, it may be a case of actually sort of, it's a warning more than anything else. It's a warning sort of saying, pay attention to your karmic path. Pay attention to that whole sort of, that path that we're living, that we're experiencing on a daily basis. If you can, and I think the guides here are sort of just saying, be careful, because you like working, you like processing, Aquarius, you know what I mean? You've got that working on that side, and it's sort of saying, just make sure that seems to be that balance that 6 of Pentacles is all about. Because last week you had the Fortune at the top there, is how you're mixing it together. Let's see what's going on here. And you got the High Priestess. So it's seeing that clearly from one side to the other. I think the message is going to be pretty clear for you within your conversation. I think you're going to really connect with your guides within your conversation. And I would trust that conversation. Look at both sides of the situation to have that fair exchange. It will help you to sort of coordinate your work and your pleasure life, your friends and your work, your projects, building a house, and your community and stuff like that. Okay, so that's what the Ace of the High Priestess is all about. And she's, next to the Hierophant, it's all about learning as well. The High Priestess, she understands that spiritual sort of sense. So that's more of a warning than anything else. And I think that probably ties in with this one here, because the universe is sort of, they seem to be pinching this sort of side. So let's see what's happened here. And the Temperance, look at that as a power triangle there. That is amazing. Temperance, okay, so you've got that patience, you've got that understanding, that how to temper and the tempo. So how to temper and keep your rhythm going nicely within you, so you can express that knowledge and see clearly and be that person to see within the here and now how you put it all together. And with that 10 of Swords, it does make it very, very, very powerful. So it's a really nice reading. It is sort of saying, be patient this week. Make sure you learn that good balance, but that work-play balance. It will help you a lot in health and stuff like that. Okay? There's a lot going on at the sun at the moment, so that's been affecting all your elements that's been going through you at the moment, with all that air and air that you have inside you, not only on the surface, but you do have in these 2 petals here as well. And you've got the cardinal fire here coming up here with the emotions coming up. So this is, you're going to really want it, I think, this week, because looking at what's happening on the sun, it's going to be feeding those sort of energies as well. And that transition will also be good on there between the Two of Cups, combining of two sort of energies together into your understanding, the love of your understanding of that fair exchange between two cups. So, yeah, if you want to know more about the energies of the sun and how it's affecting your elements and stuff like that, we do have our sister channel called Cymatic TV. There's links to it at the end of this video. Okay, in the meantime, Aquarius, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.